Welcome to Wheeler Football. This is the Harbor Fuel pregame show. Remember, stay with the #1 team, Nantucket Whalers and Harbor Fuel. With me this afternoon here at Boston University Nickerson Field is Bob Conway, sort of an expert on Nantucket football, graduate of the '79 team, which sort of got Nantucket football on the map there when they went 9-0 and showed people that Nantucket football is good football and can play it. Welcome to the show, Bobby.
Thank you, Dick.
You're sort of an expert on Greater Lowell, the Griffins here. You've seen them play a couple times this year. What can you tell us about them?
Well, I saw them actually 2 or 3 different times. I saw them against Ayr, Greater Lawrence, and Chelsea. They're a big team, big, strong, physical team. They got a couple of key backs in Coach and Shopless. And they have, when they want to pass, they go to Chamberlain. And they got a well-balanced offensive team, and one that Nantucket probably has not seen this year. Defensively, other teams have moved the ball on them. So Nantucket, I should say, Greater Lowell has been stopped on defense. So I think our defense should be able to, do its own.
Welcome to Boston University's
What does Nantucket have to do to beat Greater Lowell?
Division 5 Superbowl.
Well, obviously the defense is going to be there. It's been there all year. The defense has been the story for Nantucket football for years. And then again today, it's going to dictate the offense. If we can hold them on defense, I think our offense will be okay.
Okay, Bobby, I want to thank you for coming on. I know you want to get down to the sidelines there to help the Whalers in this afternoon. And before you leave, a little prediction on the game.
Let's see. I'll go with Nantucket 17. Greater Lowell 7.
17-7. Okay, I had it 17-14, so we're pretty close to the point. Okay, thank you for coming on, and we'll see you around, Bobby.
Thank you.
Stay tuned for Wheeler Football. That was the Harbor Fuel pregame show.
Okay, welcome back, and we're all set to flip the coin here from Nickerson Field, get the Super Bowl finally underway. The usual captains for Nantucket are out there. Ryder and Barrows, and for Greater Lowell, it's like Mickey Sharpless, Steve Chamberlain, Carl Koch, and number 70 out there, Eric Chouinard. Get Mr. Herman here all set. As you can see, the media blitz out there on the field from Nesson, who will be carrying this game. I'm sure that Dick mentioned the controversy right off the bat here from before the game started on who is the home team.
Vito said he doesn't care who the home team is. He's just worried about who the winning team is going to be.
The winning team is, right. So
the rating system has Nantucket on top, but through the markings they've put Greater Lowell on top. So it's long after worrying right now. The Greater Lowell has won the toss, which gives Nantucket the advantage in the second half. Sometimes that's important in a game like this.
Well, what to expect from Greater Lowell is a lot of talk around. They're a big team, go 200 pounds plus on the offensive line, and it's my feeling that they probably just try to run right up the middle at Nantucket, and if that's not successful, then they'll alter their plans. But I think that's what's gotten them here, and that's what you're going to see from Greater Lowell. Run from tackle to tackle with Koch and Sharpless. And number 33 will also see a lot of action, Ken Mellon. Those are the 3 ball carriers. And their quarterback is going to be number 10, Paul Pilato. Greater Lowell won the toss and decided to kick. So they will kick the ball. They'll be sporting their white jerseys and silver pants. Nantucket in their home, all blue. We need binoculars up here, guys. Looks like Chad Machete and Chris Frame will be going back on the 15-yard line, and we're just about underway here. From Nickerson Field, the other added dimension to Super Bowl games is that they add an extra minute onto the quarters, so these quarters will be 11 minutes long. And we're all set to get underway for this Division 5 1990 Super Bowl between Great Lowell and Nantucket. Sharpless will do the kicking. And we've got the...
A lot of shadows on the field, and as the sun goes behind the BU dormitories, that'll be more of a factor.
It's a low-line drive kick. Frame takes it. It gets by him down to the 2. He's going to try to bring the wall to the right.
There's a little bit of a wall there.
He's got some room, still on his feet, and gets out to maybe the 20-yard line. There you see the turf providing a big bounce.
Turf certainly played a factor in that. Took a crazy bounce and didn't get into the end zone. Frame realized right away he had to go pick it up and did not get it quite back to the 20. The wall was there, but Great Lowell broke through it.
You probably can pick up some of these confusing lines on the football field. This is also used as soccer and I believe field hockey. And if I'm not mistaken, I recall one of the Super Bowls and earlier that we had a little problem with the lines or something, and one of the players got fouled up. Okay, Barrows is the lone back. Look for someone in motion. And here comes Barrows left. Little hole, and is brought down after about a 3-yard pickup. It feels strange to be so far away from the action.
Yes. Okay, Barrows was the only setback there. Nobody came in motion. Certainly, Nantucket has the advantage senior-wise.
Great Lowell is a pretty young team, like Dick said. They start a lot of juniors and some sophomores on that line. Anchoring that line there is big Bob Diamond from Great Lowell. He stands 6'6", 255 junior. He's going to play one of the tackles.
Great Lowell isn't a 6'2", something Nantucket has not seen too much of this year. All right, little stutter step up the middle, and Barrows just about gets back to the line of scrimmage. They try to look trap there.
The hole was there, Dick.
Little trap blocking in the middle. I don't think Nantucket will put it up in the air this early.
The wind's been swirling around all morning, so there really isn't if anything, there may be an advantage kicking from left to right.
Okay, Barrows set back there with Machete. Machete on a sweep, breaks through defense and stops Machete. Nantucket will have to punt in their first series here. So Nantucket tried to get outside that time and couldn't. Great Lowell big across the front. So we say a 6'2", 2 linebackers in the middle. Nantucket has to penetrate across that middle of the line there to do anything.
Okay, dropping back deep for Great Lowell will be number... Oh, can't quite see. Heading... Was that Barrows?
Barrows is punting. Almost blocked. There's a flag. Fair catch called. Great Lowell has excellent field position. Let's see what the flag is. It won't be enough for first down if it goes against Great Lowell. Nantucket will punt it again.
It's going to go probably an offside against.
Looks like an offside. So that's going to make an interesting situation for Coach Capizzo. It's going to make it 4th and less than a yard.
No,
or is it a big one?
Unsportsmanlike conduct, Dick, against Great Lowell, so that'll move the ball 15 yards.
All right, it's
two hands to the head, right?
He must, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's hard to get an unsportsmanlike conduct call so quick on a play. So it had to be, as you said, the kid went in and belted one of the Nantucket players to the head with his hands, because usually you have to say something like that there to get a call. So Nantucket gets the first break of the game, and they're setting up on the 41 rather than Lowell setting up on the 47. So not only Nantucket Greater Lowell gives up the ball and 15 yards. A big break for Nantucket. And with 8:54 to go here at Nickerson Field, it's still 0-0. When we have a break, we'll show you some of the Charles River, but don't show it during the game, Bob, please. All right, Nantucket setting up. Here's the handoff. Looks like
Good yardage. That may have been Santos. We apologize. We're guessing, but we're so far away from
so
the
it's Shane
action
Sweck. Shane Sweck. And
Sweck on the carry. Michael at the line. Gain of 4 yards. Second down and 6.
And Nantucket picks up 4 yards there. Second and 6. Barrows in the backfield with Sweck. Handoff to Sweck again. He busts through for about
Good yardage.
3 or 4. It's going to bring it third and about 2, 3rd and 3.
Nantucket's going right after Greater Lowell. They're going right up the middle, and it seems to be working. They're finding the little seams.
In a 6-2, you know, if you get that one block there, and if it ever springs, it's wide open. And that's certainly what Nantucket is thinking right now, you know. Make the block. There's no linebacker on the tackle out there. That middle linebacker, if you catch him stunting and you go off tackle, you don't have nobody out there to beat except the corner.
Okay, heading wide left. Ryder in the slot. I formation. Machete. Straight ahead. Barrows over the top and should have enough for the first down.
Be very close to where they mark it. Looks like he might come up about a foot short. I think Nantucket will go for it this time. He's going to come up a little bit short. Let's see how short he comes.
They will have a measurement.
I'm guessing he's about a half a yard off, and Nantucket will have a tough decision now. Go for the half yard. It's less than a half yard. It's about a foot. The press box is calling inches here, but I have it about 1 foot. All right, let's see if Nantucket will go for it. A lot of people over the sidelines. We'll talk about that, of course, of the game. A lot of people come up for this game. Nantucket is going for it.
Santos, is that Barrows and...
Barrows and Machete, I believe. Machete goes in motion. Hand up to Barrows. Busts through. Gets knocked down. Let's see where they give his forward progress. And I don't think he made it. They might measure it again. It's going to be forward progress. D. Barrows could bounce back. It's all where they give him the forward progress. And this becomes the spot of the official. He had a good drive in there. I think he could have gotten it on the spot, but he couldn't fall forward. And he's going to come up inches short.
He didn't get that half yard. It basically ball ended back up at the original line of scrimmage.
He needed the original. He had the original charge, but he didn't get the initial charge after that to fall forward. He could bounce back. Nantucket takes a big gamble here, and now it looks like it could cost them, giving Greater Lowell the ball on about the 46. This is where they would have gotten it without the penalty. So it sort of evens itself off here. Nantucket gets an extra 4 downs, but can't move the ball in Greater Lowell. Hand off the Koch, turns the corner, and he picks up about 4 or 5 yards.
That's what you're going to see. You're going to see them go off tackle, and then they're going to get that speedster Koch outside.
Koch just sort of slid in there off tackle, and then when the end was blocked down, he just sort of slid off it. Nantucket opening up in a 5-3. Jason Richards on the nose, Hallett and Freddie Tilton the tackles. Scott Pearl, the defensive end, with Santos. They went right at Pearl that time. And they're coming back the other way this time. Nantucket, there's a little hole there. They trapped the end, Chris. It looked like Santos was just about ready to make the tackle in the backfield, and all of a sudden he get hit by a pulling guard, and that sprung Coach, and it should have first down Greater Lowell.
So that's 2 carries for Koch. They've used Sharpless. They've been running away from him. Send everyone out to the left. And Sharpless is the only back in the backfield now.
Chopless stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
But
That's a good tackle by Pearl. So they didn't block Pearl that time. They tried to spring inside of him, but Pearl made the tackle right at the line of scrimmage, pick up about 1.
Gain of a yard. Second down and 9.
we'll have to watch and see what's happening to the 2 linebackers, Egan and Barrows, in the middle.
And now they split wide right and got 1 back, set back. This time they're going to sweep it. And
Daryl Santos, D. Barrows, excuse
D.
me.
Barrows busts through and is one of the people you're talking about, Chris. Keeping an eye on Barrows and Santos inside.
3rd and 8, and this is where Nantucket, Dick, I think, wants Greater Lowell. Try to force them into a passing situation.
Put the ball up in the air, and Hedden's in, so Nantucket will go into their 4-4. Hedden comes in for Jason Richards, and Nantucket will go with the 3 deep backs. Greater Lowell got a slot on the right, split end left, motion left, and they try to run it up the middle. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. So Nantucket, after giving up 10 yards in the first 2 carries, has held Greater Lowell to just 1 yard on the last 3 carries.
Okay, it's going to be 4th and 8 now for the Griffins. Pilato will possibly put it up in the air. I think they like to go to number 89, their tight end, big 6'3", 215-pound Steve Chamberlain. So we'll watch him.
Right in the middle, wide open. Touchdown.
Chamberlain.
They went to Chamberlain on a quick. A little. So a little quick pass. It wasn't enough even for the first down, but it was sort of like a pick play. Once Chamberlain caught the ball, another back went out in the pass pattern, sort of cut in front of the defensive back and blocked him off or picked him off, giving Chamberlain a nice route up the middle. And once he got going, he's a big guy to bring down, and Nantucket got nowhere near him.
Number 34, Nicky Sharpless will attempt the extra point.
Sharpless kicking the ball. They move.
Only flags were thrown before the kick.
Either penalty, either way. Both Nantucket and Greater Lowell moved out on the Greater Lowell's right side. The flags were thrown before the play, so I think they'll have to kick it over again, either from the 8 or from the 1.5.
The legal procedure is to call against
The
Greater
Greater
Lowell.
Lowell drive was 6 plays, 46 yards. Time on the
They
drive,
moved the ball back to the
2:37.
8-yard line for the conversion.
2-yard pass, Pilato to Chamberlain.
There's our crack statistician reporting in. We brought some extra people with us today.
Great setup. Okay, Sharpless will do the kicking from the bad snap.
Oh, looks like they're going for 2.
Yep,
I think that was a play.
that was a play, Dick.
Pilato pass complete to Steve Chamberlain, complete
Pass,
to 2-point
Pilato
conversion.
to Chamberlain won the conversion.
Okay, the extra point is a pass. They set up for the kick, but they sent Chamberlain right out in the middle. And I think the only good that you can say come out of this is sometimes when a team scores easily like that right off the bat, it gives them a little overconfidence. And Nantucket now has to have to suck it up and come right back and get a drive going here. The last time they had the ball, they did get a first down on the penalty, but then gave it up on the going for the 4th and inches.
Well, I think the big concern, I think Nantucket's going to be able to move the ball against Greater Lowell. Their Greater Lowell's strong suit is not their defense. They tend to give up a lot of points. They only had 1 shutout during the year. However, I think the big concern is the Greater Lowell offense.
Greater Lowell, they're certainly gone to the pass a lot more than any of us expected. Maybe that'll change their game plan thinking too. It's but you don't want to give a team that can run the ball and punish you a big lead. So Nantucket definitely wants to get back into this game quickly. So Greater Lowell won't go into a run the ball type of situation just to take time off the clock.
Well, we're about to line up. This is one of Nantucket's bread and butter plays right here. Frame.
Okay, here's the reverse, fake reverse. The wall's there again. Frame's trying to get outside on it. And Greater Lowell has that place well scouted. I don't know if our camera picked it up, but Greater Lowell sent 2 players down the sidelines and came in behind the wall. It's almost as if Nantucket could have seen them setting up down the sidelines and could have blocked them right out of bounds. So Greater Lowell does know Nantucket has a good wall play there because they've broken into that twice already. Nantucket does have decent field position, much better than last time here, setting up on the 38. Last time they started on the 18.
Barrels the lone back in the backfield. Comes a sweep. Gonna try, he got some room.
Get a block at the corner. Stays on his feet. Let's see if he can, oh, nice move, D. Barrels. Picks up about 24 yards, and he almost sprung to the daylight.
He was one block, one player away, Dick. You know, this is gonna sound like we are doing this commenting in Bob's house on Monday night. It sounds like we're in a house. We're in a little booth here. So we're all closed off from the rest of civilization.
I'm telling you that if I ever change jobs, this is where I like to wind up, right here.
We should have stats delivered to our door at the end of the first quarter, which, by the way, is 3:50 away from ending. Nantucket, a big run by D. Barrels, puts him on the 38. Counterplay, Santos stopped in the backfield.
All right, a lot of penetration on the left side that time. D. Barrows, his run was 24 yards.
There'll be a loss of 1.5 yards on that play.
Shane Sweck is coming back in for Santos. Nantucket has got Larrabee back at end. He hasn't played for about the last 3 games on a gimpy ankle. It's still a little bit gimpy, but he is starting at tight end. They've also made a switch and got Dennis Parks at one of the tackles, replacing Freddie Tilton. Schweck in motion. Watch for the sweep. Here it comes. Let's see if they get a corner here. Good block by Peter Head, and D. Barrows buries somebody. But the flow of Greater Lowell closed it down in a hurry, and Schweck does pick up about 4. To make it 3rd and long, though.
It'll be third and 8 for Nantucket, and probably look for Manchester to do something here by way of the air.
And Nantucket has not tried to pass yet, but this will be a situation where Vito would put the ball up in the air, being across the 40, and Nantucket has a split end slot left. Manchester rolling back. A lot of time. Looking downfield. Looking for a head and almost picked off. Greater Lowell playing zone there. And Peter Henn Mark Manchester saw Peter Henn breaking into the clear on the zone, but the coverage came up from the other side there and almost picked it off.
It's too bad. I think he had Ryder, as you said, they're playing a zone. He had Chris Ryder in behind the zone coverage and about the 20-yard line opening. Mark just needed to float the pass out, but easier seen from up here, and he probably didn't think that he was that much behind.
And Nantucket going for it again. Same formation. Slot, split end left. Heading's a split end this time. Motion left. Look for Machete in the sidelines. Let's see if Nantucket. Heading's wide open in the middle. Manchester's going to try to run the ball, and not enough for the first down. Manchester did not have enough time that time. If he had the same amount of time as the previous call, he could have found Peter Henn flowing through safety all alone.
So another 4th down play goes by the boards for Nantucket. And Greater Lowell will take over on their own 37-yard line. 2:21 left here in the first quarter. The Griffins are up 8-0. And out they come. Pilato will bring out, looks like, Mellon and Koch in the backfield. Sharpless is split left. And we have a stop here. The referee's
saying something to Chris Ryder. It almost was
timeout Nantucket.
I don't know if Nantucket called the timeout. He's saying something to Chris Ryder. Maybe, I don't know if it was the mouthpiece or Chris Ryder did call the timeout. But while we have a break here, I'd like to thank our sponsors here for continuing to bring you Wheeler football this year. We sponsors throughout the year have supported us well, and we actually have a few new ones that helped out in the Super Bowl broadcast. Harbor Fuel for bringing you the Pre-game show, Congdon and Coleman Insurance, Don Allen Ford, Island Lumber for all your building needs, Inquirer Mirror. Remember, read about the game next Thursday in Inquirer Mirror. The Pines Restaurant, Cafe Bella Vita, Jim's Nantucket Hair, Ishki Santos Rubbish and Garbage Removal, Vincent's Pizza. Remember, Thursday night pizzas at Vincent's Restaurant. The Sheridan of Hyannis, National Car of Hyannis, the Nantucket Booster Club. Remember, Booster Club is looking for people who want to put ads in the program for next year. The David Pena Bus Lines, who transports the Nantucket teams. Don Hahn of D&D Remodeling. Dreyfus Investments of New York. Pastilli Pizza, who puts on the meals, and will bring you the rest. Greater Lowell right into the middle. Not much there. Nantucket stops from there.
Number 33, Ken Mellon on the carry.
Okay, the rest of our sponsors here: Robert C. Marks Landscaping, Sun Island Delivery, Daily Truck Rental and Dolly Delivery, Pacific National Bank, the Nantucket Pharmacy, Winthrop Hotels, Young's Bike Shop, the Hub, and remember, you have to start the day until the the Globe is here, right? The Boston
Globe. Home delivery. Island News and Delivery. Sharpless in motion. This is Koch. Good yardage up the middle.
And Nantucket does not want to give that much yardage up the middle. Koch is just sort of sliding through there. Nantucket would rather hit him much quicker at the as he breaks through the line and have him slide and dance through there. He has shown on film this year that if he can slide in through there, he has the ability to break it and show some speed to the outside. Okay, 3rd and 1, Greater Lowell. Hand off to Koch, and he's got the first down out close to midfield.
Well, right now, the offensive line at Greater Lowell is doing the job. Just getting the initial surge.
We'd like to mention that Greater Lowell is very big on that left-hand side. They have the tight end, Chamberlain. He's 6'3", 210. They have one tackle, Mike Graham, 6'1", 250. And the guard is... Diamond, and he's the
big guy, 6'5", 250.
A lot of bulk on that left side, so Greater Lowell is going to be going to the left an awful lot with Koch. This time they come back to the right with Shapeless. Nicholas Nantucket breaks through and snows him under before he can get going.
Shapeless?
Shapeless? Sharpless? Both of these teams are not strangers to the Super Bowl. This is Nantucket's 4th Division V appearance, winning the initial Division V against Crystal Columbus in 1980. They also come back and they won that game 44-20. They come back in 82 and 83, losing to Manchester and West Roxbury. Okay, Koch powers through for about 6 yards. Greater Lowell, on the other hand, has made 2 appearances here, losing to that same West Roxbury team that Nantucket played 26-6 in 1988, beating East Boston 12-10 in 1986. So Greater Lowell is 1-1 coming into this game in Super Bowls. Nantucket is 1-2.
And with that, the first quarter comes to an end.
I'll go down and check our crack statistician for some stats here.
There you go, Dick. Doesn't he deliver?
He'll deliver, right.
Yeah, we're about to line it up here, second quarter. Carl Koch, the leading ground gainer for Greater Lowell with 29 yards on 7 carries. Barrels, 29 yards on 5 carries. Big hole, and that was Koch. Got out close to a first down, and he's got the first down.
Tackled by Chris Ryder.
Ryder on the stop.
First down and 10 for Greater Lowell.
So it'll be 1st and 10 at the Nantucket 40-yard line.
Okay, Greater Lowell is letting the defensive end in for Nantucket and then trapping him. Richard Larrabee was in the backfield, looked like he was ready to make the tackle, and all of a sudden he get trapped. So Nantucket has to make an adjustment on that because they're just cutting right inside the defensive end.
Counter play to Koch, and he's stopped in the backfield.
Carl Coach on the carry. Tackled by John Hallett.
Delivered right to the doorstep.
Second down and 11.
Thanks.
Stats have been delivered by a crack statistician, Boston University Press. All right, Greater Lowell working out of an I backfield, split end right, slot left. Here comes a sweep left. Nantucket doesn't close it down and bounced out of bounds or way short of the first down. Cots tried to get the corner. He had some blocking there, but Barrows bounced him out of bounds.
5 yards. Will be 3rd down and 5.
3rd and 5, so Nantucket's got to cover the tight end now, Chris. This is where Greater Lowell comes back to anytime they're in trouble.
I don't think they're going to put it in the air here, though. I think I look for something right off the left tackle, right behind their two big guys down there.
I'd lean towards the ball going in the air. If not, they're going to come back right. They got the wide side of the field right, but I think they're going to the tight end. Notice how they put him in the slot again. And too much time. They did go back to the...
The handoff was going to be to Sharpless.
And he was going to be stopped there unless he broke the tackle because Nantucket had a hold of him in the backfield. Greater Lowell must have set up wrong, so that's going to force it 3rd and 10. Definitely passing now.
We'll see what adjustments Nantucket made there to cover the tight end Chamberlain.
Nantucket working in a 4-4 here. One, they want to get a little pressure into the backfield, and 2, they got to cover the tight end. And covering the tight end is a big job because all Nantucket's deep backs are really not anywhere near as tall as Chamberlain, so he definitely has a height advantage. Here comes the pressure. They're going deep to... Nice play.
Great play there by
Chris Ryder. Chris Ryder knew exactly what he wanted to do. He wanted to get the ball bounced out of bounds. He didn't want to intercept it there.
Will be 4th down and 10.
That brings up a 4th down.
You didn't want to intercept it as long as they don't get a first down here, right?
Well, maybe...
Well, anyways, Greater Lowell is going to try to pin Nantucket deep. Sharpless is the punter. At least it'll appear that way. Frame will drop back.
On the punt. Chris Frame, he's to receive.
Good snap. And he aims
into
it
the end zone. So Nantucket will set up on the 20. The Greater Lowell picks up 20 yards, and they don't go for the same type of gamble that Coach Capizzo went for earlier in the game. With 9:37 to go here in the first half, Greater Lowell is ahead 8-0. Nantucket is setting up on their own 20, and so far has not had much of an offense in this game. We don't have too many, we don't have the total stats here, but we have first set of downs, and Nantucket went to Barrows, and Machete, and then come back in the, went to Barrows the next time for the 24-yard game. Right now they have one back in the backfield. Here comes Machete, hand out the Machete, dances a little bit and taken right down at the line of scrimmage. So Greater Lowell is showing a lot of defensive pressure across the front line. Nantucket is having a hard time getting by that, and that was Diamond.
No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10.
Diamond, 6'6", 255-pound junior, and he's showing some good agility and good movement there. Here comes Barrows in motion. Here comes the sweep right. Let's see if they can get the corner. They got Barrows for the block.
Aaron Fox on the carry. He picks up 4 yards. All Greater Lowell's trying to do is string it out.
And Nantucket was not too far away from springing that for better yardage. They had a good play called there. Barrows made a nice block at the corner, but the flow is coming over. Nantucket's going to have to hold the blocks a little bit more in the middle of the field there to keep the flow from coming across field. 3rd and 6. Nantucket looking for a big 6-yard play here. I don't think they want to put the ball in the air in this territory.
No, they'll play it safe.
As we say that, they go back to pass. Manchester looking, going to try to run, and gets back across the line of scrimmage, picks up about 2 yards. Nantucket forced with a 4th and 4. They'll be punting the ball here. Let's see if D. Barrows will be in to do the punting or Peter Hedden.
3 yards. 4th down and 3.
4th and 3.
Barrows will come out, so Hedden will punt this time, Dick.
Hedden will be doing the punting this time. Greater Lowell has one man deep. It's a low snap. Not much of a rush by Greater Lowell. Peter Hedden does a good job getting it off. Greater Lowell calls for fair catch and will take over on the 42.
Good job by Peter Hedden to scoop that up. Yeah, that ball hits that turf. It can really take off on you. He scooped that off and got a decent punt. Greater Lowell have good field position, however, at their own 42-yard line. As the team's really just trying to feel each other out. Greater Lowell holding on to an 8-0 lead. They got their first possession. They got good field position as Nantucket gambled on a 4th down play. They took over and they hit on a 30-something yard pass to Steve Chamberlain.
Sharpless bounces into the middle of the field.
46-yard touchdown pass from Palado to Chamberlain, and that's where we stand as the 2-point conversion was good.
Down to about 7 minutes left here and a half, and Greater Lowell is going to be calling a timeout. Nantucket Booster Club did a lot to get any high school fans up here for this game. Booster Club would like to extend and thank, appreciate to all the community, members of the community and businesses to help make this a successful trip up here and a successful overall football season. Please remember, Booster Club wants everybody to know that they still meet and support winter and spring sports. In the fall, there is usually a much larger gathering at the Tuesday night meetings. In the winter, when basketball starts and plays on Tuesday nights, they switch off to Monday once a month. But they want to tell everybody that they want to support the winter and fall sports, and they will be meeting throughout the year.
Good job, Dick.
Okay, Greater Lowell calling a timeout. Nantucket is slow getting back out here. Coach Thomas has gone over the defenses with them. Nantucket has done a better job the last 2 series with Greater Lowell. And they'd like to stop him here again and get the ball back.
Okay, second man through, Koch, straight up the middle.
He's got the first down and more. Koch come right up the pipe, found the seam right in the middle there, and when your linebackers and safeties make the tackle on a play in the middle of the field, you know the blocking's there. So Greater Lowell blocked that well, about a 10-yard pickup, and they're down to about the 40-yard line.
Okay, Sharpless lines up the deep back. Here he comes, second man through.
He stood up there and snowed under right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe lost a half a yard.
And Nantucket's doing well. Good job against everyone except for Coach.
No gain on the play. Second down and 10.
Second and 10, 6:20 to go here. Nantucket wants to stop and needs to stop.
Georgia Tech 23, Georgia 9 in the second quarter. Texas A&M 14, University of Texas 14, third quarter.
Nice tackle in there. Looked like Egan, Barrows, Jason Richards. So we get our out-of-town scores.
Our out-of-town scores. I got Georgia Tech in the pool, so I'm happy with that score. 3rd and 10. Greater Lowell will be coming back to the tight end here.
They're going to
officials timeout. Coach is down, so that's that has to be causing a little panic on the sidelines here for the Greater Lowell fans, especially for the coaching staff as they're out there looking at them.
Down on the field is Carl Coach.
You do your scenery shot now, Bob.
While we have a little break in action here, we'll shoot the Charles River over there, heading over to the Cambridge side. It's heading up towards Harvard Square in Harvard. Is that how you say it? Harvard? Harvard.
We're just all thankful that we're just thankful today, right, Bob, that there was no national anthem. So, and there's no national anthems at basketball games. What are you going to do, Dick?
Hey, Kyle Koch is being helped off the field. He doesn't look that steady there. He's really holding his knee. He's the leading ball carrier. We just got the report that he has 12 carries for 52 yards. So that has to be a big negative factor right now for Greater Lowell. 3rd and 10. They'll definitely be looking at the tight end now. We'll see who Koch's replacement is. But Sharpless, a lot's going to be handed to him now.
And number 33 will also pick up the ball carrying Ken Mellon.
Mellon's in, and they're going for the tight end, and almost picked off. We got a flag on the field, I believe. That's in bad territory. That's in bad territory. I don't like the area of the flag. That's usually where the bumping occurs.
It's going to go against Greater Lowell. It appears. I saw Michael Egan celebrating a little bit there.
Nantucket might decline this if it is against Greater Lowell. Ineligible receiver downfield. That's a loss of down anyways. So they don't have any worry here.
So it'll bring up a 4th and
20. Loss of down, and they should mark off 10 yards, right?
Still attending to...
Nantucket is yelling declining over there, but the...
That makes it 4th down and 10.
Okay, it's a 4th down anyway. I think they could have got the 4th down either way. They're taking it this way, forcing Greater Lowell to punt the ball again.
Sharpless to punt for Greater Lowell.
Sharpless back to punt. Nantucket's got 10 guys up in the line of scrimmage, and we have timeout Greater Lowell. Maybe they don't have a replacement for Koch. Sometimes that happens when a player on the kicking team, or a starter that is on the kicking team, gets hurt like that there. The sub doesn't know when to go in or where to go in. Anyways, Greater Lowell takes a timeout here.
The other thing is Koch is one of their linebackers, so they're going to have to replace him defensively, too. I know he's one of their outstanding defensive players, and wouldn't you know it that we just find the Division 5 media guide, and we can look up how many tackles Carl Koch has made this year.
Unbelievable here. I'm going to put one of these right in my bathroom. I'll be reading this till mid-March.
Nesson puts out a great media guy.
Okay, Greater Lowell getting back to punt the ball. Nantucket again has 10 people up on the line of scrimmage. They may be coming at this. Here comes the rush. Doesn't get there. This time he tries to cough and corner it. Let's see how fortunate it is. Takes a good Greater Lowell bounce, and it's going to be down at about the 14-yard line. So Greater Lowell does not boom this one into the end zone. They try to cough and corner it, and they pick up about 6 yards. Here's the defensive stats there, Chris.
Koch is 29 tackles during the year, a couple sacks, but he's in their top 5, one of their top 5 tacklers.
Did Nesson research these stats, or are they just... should we look at the Nantucket stats?
That could be scary.
Nantucket setting up on the 14-yard line, 5:19 to go. More important here, they don't want to do anything crazy here to get Greater Lowell in good field position. Nice little run up the middle. They found the seam that time.
Machete on the carry, Dick.
That brings a little...
Machete on the carry.
That was a good pickup. Second, it's going to pick up a 5, a short 5.
5 yards. 2nd down and 5.
And we have another timeout, Greater Lowell.
So Greater Lowell is certainly using their timeouts out here in a hurry. They're not going to have too many left.
Being brought to you by the Harbor Fuel Corporation, Congdon and Coleman, Don Allen Ford, the Island Lumber Company, the Inquirer Mirror, the Pines Restaurant, Cafe Bella Vita, Jim's Nantucket Hair, Iski Santos. And we're going to go back to play here. Second man through. Big hole. Shane Sweck cuts it up the middle. There's going to be a holding call.
I don't know. The referee that threw that flag threw the flag about 15 yards, standing way down upfield. Evidently he saw it. No, it's going to go the other way.
Oh, okay.
Nantucket is cheering. I don't really could see. The flag certainly came in the holding area. I don't really see how that fella back there. All right, he saw the face mask then. He let go in a hurry. We didn't see it. It's shot 5 yards, but it's more important. Gets Nantucket moving. 4:52 to go here. Nantucket desperately would like to get into the end zone before halftime here and bring this game back to even.
This game also being brought to you by Vincent's, the Sheridan of Hyannis, National Car Rental, Nantucket Boosters Club.
1st and 10. Here comes Ryder in motion. Hand off to Sweck. He gets about 3 or 4.
I get the feeling that right now Sweck is the one of the better ball carriers right now for Nantucket. He had a couple carriers earlier and picked up some yardage. Try to get through our sponsors here. David Pina Bus Lines, Don Hahn, and the Dreyfus Company. Pastilli Pasta, Robert C. Marks Landscaping, Sun Island Delivery, Pacific National Bank, Nantucket Pharmacy, Island Pharmacy, Winthrop, Young's Bicycle Shop, in the Hub, and Island News and Delivery, your service for the globe. Okay, outside.
Close to a first down. It's got the first down. Good little run there by Machete. Machete's picking and weaving his way here. One thing I feel Nantucket has the benefit of is being in better shape physically and mentally to go the extra minute here in a period. Greater Lowell has a lot of big guys. One of them is limbering off field now, and to go the extra minute and go both ways here could put a burden on them. And Nantucket setting up. Slot left. Here comes the motion back left. Ryder. Manchester handing off to Machete. Machete dances for about 2. No hole there that time. Shapeless comes in and buries him. That was Mellon, sorry.
Mellon, their second leading tackler on the season, 52 tackles. Sharpless leads the Griffins with tackles with 60.
A 2nd and long here. Again, his time is dwindling down here in the first half. 3 minutes left. Okay, Nantucket in a passing formation. Slots left in right. Here comes the motion back right. Could be the sweep out of it. Hand off the Barrows up the middle. He stays on his feet and he could break it to the outside. Tries a cutback. Good run by D. Barrows. He's down to about the 30, and again, he was 1 block away from the end zone, Chris.
Trap play, Dick. I know they were working on it this week, and it worked there.
They certainly have spread the field out in that new formation. I like it. They have ends split left and right, slots on both sides of the field, and they come back in motion, so it's got a lot of people moving around. Get Barrows right into the middle there, and he was dancing around here, and again, 1 block away from getting to the sidelines. All right, Barrows the only back. Double slot now right. Split end right. Here comes Barrows in the sweep. Let's see if they got some blocking there.
They're so close, Dick, to breaking a long one. Again, they had the blocking out there, and Barrows was caught from behind. That's still a 4-yard pickup, and Nantucket all of a sudden has found a new life here in moving the ball.
Yeah, something they really need here, and a timeout is being called by, I think Nantucket used that one, so that means Nantucket has at least 3 timeouts left, and Greater Lowell that's down to 1 or 2.
I see Koch on the sidelines trying to work out that knee problem.
He doesn't look to be that limber there yet, running very gingerly.
The way he's running, it must be his ankle, actually.
I think he's ready to give it a go, but he's certainly not going to come back at 100% if he does come back. They might be wiser to leave him out the rest of this half anyways. But as you said, maybe the big effect is on defense as well as offense. They only had another down or 2 on offense, so they really didn't feel the effect on offense. But on defense now, Nantucket has its best drive of the game going here. Good running by Schweck. Good running by Barrels. Only one penalty on the face mask of 5 yards, so Nantucket certainly earned all these yards. And this drive started back on the 14. So 59-yard drive. This is Bob Laundry.
What are you trying to
That's
find
the,
one of the co-eds
That's
there?
a co-ed dormitory over there, Laundry.
Get in
This
trouble for that.
This is a family show, you know.
You can see that in between the two stands. They've split the stands here at BU, and that was Dr. Silber's little thing there for commencement when they had the president and I think the French President Mitterrand over here at commencement one year.
Okay, 2nd and 5, double slot left. Barrels in the backfield. Handoff to Barrels. He dances forward. Not enough for the first down, but it's going to be close. It's going to bring up about a 3rd and 2.
And everyone that follows Nantucket knows now that Nantucket's getting into Peter Hedden territory, at least.
And Nantucket uses their 3rd timeout. Down about a 3rd and 1 here. Tough decision. I don't think Coach Capizzo will go for the field goal if it stays this close. He would only go field goal if it's the last shot of the half. He's definitely in 2-down territory here. 1:57 to go. Nantucket used its 3rd timeout. 3rd and 1. Chris, you mentioned the field goal. As I said, Coach Capizzo is certainly going to go for the first down here twice. Field goal would be the last resort. Great Lowell really bulked up in the middle here. Let's see if Nantucket can get to the outside in this. Going back to pass. Here comes the pressure. Dumps it over there. Wide open Barrels, and he's going to get... Doesn't get in. Gets down about the 1-yard line.
Dick, that was
Nice. That was Frame.
Chris Frame at quarterback.
Chris Frame did a great job of dumping that ball off.
It was deflected by one of the Greater Lowell players, but Barrels still came in. 22-yard pickup.
Chris Frame, and I don't think that was passed all the way. I think that was the quarterback option to run or pass.
And they kept them inside.
They kept them inside, and Chris Frame stood there. Not, as you say, not much of a pass. We don't have to make much of a pass in that situation. You just got to get the ball to the wide open D Barrels. After that, Chris Frame really took the whack.
Pass was by Chris Frame, number 12.
Okay, and Barrels almost get into the end zone. Greater Lowell made a great defensive play to keep him out. Nantucket's going to have 4 whacks here from the 1, and a lot of strategy on both sides of the field here now. Greater Lowell, as we see them, is bulking way up in the middle here. You don't want to go too far to the outside in this situation, though. You don't want to lose 3 or 4 yards. So
I think off tackle, Dick.
Off tackle is a good bet. You don't get in, you don't lose yardage either.
I know they have that. They have a
You might see the wishbone back for the first time today.
Sweck, Barrows, probably Santos. Nope.
There it
Machete.
is. There's the wishbone. Look for the triple off left tackle. Here it comes, Schweck. Touchdown, Nantucket! Shane Schweck, follow the trip, follow the blocking of Barrows over left tackle. He went in basically standing up, Chris.
And that's going to be a big lift for Nantucket to go in at halftime, provided that the score stays the same and they don't let Greater Lowell back into this, do anything with the time remaining here with 1:46 left. But Nantucket is, after getting pushed around a little early in the game, Dick, they've really come to life, and they're going to go into that locker room.
I've been involved in so many games where a team scores easily at the beginning of a game like that and then sort of just backs off a little bit. And I have a feeling that along with the injury to Koch, is got Greater Lowell here thinking, what's going on here? They thought it was going to be a cakewalk, and Nantucket has come back, and Nantucket's going right for the 2. They're not going to give Greater Lowell any advantage here. Here comes Manchester rolling. Pressure's coming. They didn't block the right end.
Number 51. Mike Camara.
Hey, man, Kamara come on Nantucket's right side, which he was lining up his left end there. He broke through and gave Manchester no time to look downfield. But as you said, Nantucket is back in this ball game, now only trailing by a field goal or less.
Plays 87 yards, time on the drive 3:33. Sweck on the 1-yard run. Manchester failed on the 2-point conversion.
Do we have to pay this guy for doing our announcing?
Well, Bob's got some oranges over there. We'll go out and we'll pass them around at halftime. Okay, 87-yard drive, 10 plays.
Very impressive.
We don't have our full stats with us from this year, but I consider that to be one of the longest drives Nantucket has set up, other than just breaking them, as they've done so often ago this year on long plays. They moved downfield. They had a couple nice runs in there by Barrows. The one pass framed to Barrows. Shane Sweck chipped in with some nice runs. He finished it off with a touchdown. So good balanced attack there by Nantucket. This has to pump the defense up now. Let's see. Defense.
One thing that Nantucket's going to do is Barrows is going to kick off, and he's got the ball flat on the tee. They were talking to Matt Aloisi. They want to just scrib the ball down and let the turf take the bounces. I don't think they want to do that, though.
A little bit high.
What they wanted to do is keep the ball, line drive it, have it hit the ground, and
Looked like
let
Santos,
the turf take it.
Louis Bayer in on that tackle also.
Okay, let's see if Koch has made it back into the game yet or not. Greater Lowell has 1:42 to work their 2-minute offense.
You want to run up to McDonald's at halftime, Laundry? I got the money.
I think Koch is back in there, fellas.
All right, we'll check on it. That could be a mistake if Nantucket gets a chance to stick him here again. Hey, option pass. Option pass. Nantucket likes this type of play. Shapeless stays on his feet, though. Good pressure by Nantucket. Good coverage downfield.
Good coverage.
And I was talking to a lot of people this week, as I'm sure you have talked to a lot of people this week about football. And the one thing that scared me about coming into this game, that I thought Greater Lowell would be a more patient team, and that there is certainly not a sign of a patient team starting to run a play like that. That's the type of play that plays right into the Nantucket defense, and they covered it nicely, running a reverse, wide side of the field, way out over there, and it cost them 4 yards. And the Nantucket defense can get Greater Lowell thinking that way, and out of pounding ahead for 3-4 yards, Nantucket's going to stay in this ball game. These are all partial scores.
I'd like to point back to something you mentioned just a few minutes ago, Dick. I think it's a good point, is the conditioning. I think Greater Lowell looks a little tired to me out there. And they got the big guys just, they can't go the long distances. And looking down their scores, they give up a lot of points. I think they just want to get into a high-scoring game, figuring they can outscore most of their opponents. They only had one shutout, as I mentioned earlier, against Whittier. Several close games. They only beat Northeast by 7. Had to come from behind against Air. John Stanton will be happy with that score.
Okay, 2nd and 14 here. Let's see if Greater Lowell, again, is looking for something big out of this rather than going straight ahead. Nantucket in a 5-4. This time they can back off tackle. Nice seam there. And Shapeless stays on his feet and picks up about 8 yards there. So that's a much better play selection here by Greater Lowell.
I guess Koch is not back in there, and it looks like trying to pick up who is replacing him, maybe number 43, Jeff Dube.
His shop was picked up about 8 on that play, 4 that they lost, and bringing up a 3rd and 6. We're down to 1:19. Clock is stopped with the ball out of bounds. Up the middle, Nantucket stops that, swarmed all over there.
Michael Egan.
Shopless picks up nothing. There's a host of Nantucket Whalers there, led by Egan, and I think Hallett was in on it also. Freddie Tilton in on it.
Is Freddie wearing 24, Dick?
Freddie's wearing 24 today. So he's not playing any offensive tackle today. They haven't used him in fullback either. All right, here comes the punt block team in. Nantucket's got 12 men on the field. Looks like Nantucket had 12 men on the field. After Richard Larrabee lined up, he tried to get off the field.
I didn't see any flags.
I thought the play would go.
Like, the referee called a timeout. That's what happened. The referee, Nantucket caught a break.
Now the Greater Lowell coach, Dennis Murphy, wants an explanation on that. He thought for sure he was going to have a 5-yard penalty. And as Chris said, there was no flag thrown, and the ball has not been moved. So Nantucket does pick up a break there. I did hear the whistle before the snap, which I thought was strange because in that type of situation, when a player is trying to get off the field,
They'll let it go.
they'll let it go and drop the flag as soon as the ball is snapped. The official...
There is no penalty on the play. They marked the ball back at the original line of scrimmage.
I have to mention today we have extra officials, 5 on the field and officials on the sideline. Jay Fox gets the afternoon off to watch some of the game.
Well, the big officials really messed up, right, Dick, though? Getting the home teams messed up today.
Home team. We don't care who the home team is right now.
Right.
Okay, 40.
Well, Nantucket makes out on that play, as they would have been called with too many men on the field. They get for some reason, the referee called a timeout. They explain a few things, and we're ready to go. Be 4th and 6 for Greater Lowell.
The official blows the whistle
to start the clock.
Greater Lowell doesn't understand that they almost had a motion penalty.
He shanks it.
If that can get out of bounds, stop the clock.
So Nantucket will get the ball at their 36-yard line with 27 seconds left.
Let's see if Nantucket pulls out one of their surprise plays out of their bag of tricks. We'll keep an eye on the sideline over there. See if anybody's standing around. Shane Sweck is walking over that way. Okay, some of the Greater Lowell fans are upset here, wondering why there was no penalty on that last play. Okay, Nantucket setting up here, 27 seconds to go. Double slot right. Manchester the quarterback. Barrows the lone setback. Little drop play to Barrows. He's going to get caught in the backfield. Drop for about a 2-yard loss. Nantucket's got 2 plays called, though. And Nantucket's going right onto the ball here. 2 plays called. Down to 11 seconds. This will be a pass play. Should be the last play of the half. Manchester rolling out. And if Machete held it, the half was over. He doesn't hold it. 1 second left. So Nantucket will have one more play here. Okay, this will be, or should be, barring any penalty, the last play of the first half. Nantucket just falls on the ball, so the score here is 8-6 in favor of Greater Lowell at the end of one half.
Good first half of football. Nantucket's got to be pleased. They really controlled that second quarter. And they'll go in, and both teams will go in and make the adjustments that they need to do. I think the Nantucket's in good shape right now, Dick.
Okay, we'll be back for more Wheeler football. Hey, welcome to the Nantucket halftime show. Here with me is Bob Ryan, one of my favorite writers in the Boston Globe. And how you doing today, Bob?
I'm enjoying myself. Very, very, very nice. Nice day.
Assessment of the first half.
Class is a great young class. And I'm thinking, how do you know 11-year-old kids? Of course he knows. And here they are. So I think it's wonderful.
I loved your line there about Nantucket in that little English story about the football and the new...
Well, it was, little literary license, but what I was doing, for people that don't know, was just trying to really contrast the situation for a guy like Gary Millay at Lynn English, who had to replace an entire team with with kids that had not played football at all, or with kids who had not played since their freshman year, and kids that are combating street corner, pull to try to